Hello YouTube. I'm gonna basically strip some paint off this. It's probably gonna get really loud. I own one of these. I own several grinders. I like using these big round ones. This is I don't know. It's not an expensive one. It's a cheap piece. I bought this grinder years ago. Yes, it still has a guard on it. Safety. Safety, safety. I always put clothesline cord on the end of my, see, what I do is I take clothesline cord and I tie it right on like this. Take about a 2-foot section. I tie it right on here in a big knot. It stays on there forever. The clothesline cord has a nice grip to it. When you tie it, it stays, and it also pulls off, and I find it lasts longer. I gotta dip the ends in like glue or something. But anyway, when you use clothesline cord, I find nylon cord doesn't work too good. Everything else just sucks. So I'm, what do you call it? I'm gonna grind off some of this. Also, I do wear this, and what else? I also have, see, I also wear reading glasses. So if you like watching this, you'll enjoy it. I always wear gloves on the stuff I do, because I don't know how many times I've hit my finger, and it's a good thing and I like using TIG welding gloves because they're so much nicer to use. Plus I bought like 20 of them at one time, and now they're like twice the price, but I'm just glad I bought them. What do you call it? Somehow got to talk to a camera and put this thing on, so I'll see if this is even possible. But yeah, I will see if this is working. It's gonna get fun. There we go. Let's see if this will work. Put my glasses on. There we go. Oh, and also I use this. I also wear one of these. These are really handy. All the little flying things, they don't go in your eyes. They might go in your arm, but not in your eyes. So yeah, here we go. Let's take some heat off this thing. Let's see. Well, folks, there we have it. This is now, except for the corners here, I'll clean it up with an angle grinder for my compressor. I forgot to clean the front off. I'll clean this off later. I will probably leave the inside because no one's ever going to see it. I'll just buff these down. I'll tape it all back up, and I'll find some color to paint it. I have like yellow, blue, green. I got gray. I don't really want to paint it gray. I'd like to paint it some funky color, at least. Maybe pink. My daughter would love that. She'll probably use my milling machine. Anyway, enjoy, and I'm going to strip the rest. I'm probably, next video, I'm going to use a smaller air grinder, and it'll be so noisy you won't be able to hear nothing. But yeah, I buy these. They're a little dangerous when they rip off. I use gloves, as you see. I should put a clamp on here, but I'm in the process. I'm in the process of drilling holes in my table, because I know everybody has those fabrication tables. This table is a 1/2 inch thick steel that weighs about 400 pounds. Yeah, I'm an amateur hack, and I own a 400-pound welding table. Mostly because there's about 100 pounds of junk underneath it, but no, it's like 200 and something pounds. It does the job. I have an English wheel bolted on this side, and I have a giant chopper bolted over here, which I use. And this is just pretty much my work area. It constantly gets made a mess, and it's constantly getting cleaned up. You'll notice there's junk over here. So yeah, that's it. I almost have a 7.5 minute video. So yeah, I usually use angle grinders, and when I can't get into a lot of big spaces like this, I'll use an air grinder because they got a nice little thin profile. I have 4 or 5 grinders now. I have one for a flap disc, one for a 180 grinding disc, one for I think a 120, and then an 80 grit grind disc, and I have one for a cutoff wheel. And I have a cordless one which does not work very good in the cold, but I've been using it to do tiling in my bathroom. And the cordless one's good when I go on junk raiding. You take it out on garbage day, and there's something you want, you just cut it off and leave the rest there. Like I've been collecting basketball hoops, I don't know what the hell for, but I had to cut a few bolts off. You bring a DeWalt, 20 volt angle grinder and a couple of 3 amp or 5 amp batteries, and zip, bolts come off, everything comes off, and it works great. So yeah, that works good. And if anybody's watching this, a lot of these tips that I know, I've learned off other YouTubers, like Arco at Outlaw Edge Customs in Minnesota. He has a lot of good tips. I've learned stuff from Hand Tool Rescue, all the big guys like Jimmy DeResta and the whole gang of them, which are all pretty cool. They're a lot of good learners and stuff. There's a lot of good tips. A lot of things I do that I was like, wow, it's cool. I know the biggest tips is safety, more safety, and don't forget, if you need reading glasses, there's also safety. I like this style of video because you don't have to look at my face all day. You can actually just look at tools. A lot of people like looking at stuff in the background. I know I sit there and I pick at it. I'm like, hey, what's that in the background? So yeah, you'll see tons of junk in the background of my thing. So I got to keep some of it out of the background. So anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, tell your friends, and I don't know, tell your cousins and uncles and aunts. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.